All right. What is this? Nina Aquila Legal Eagle Season 1 demo version. It looks like it's an RPG Maker game, and for some reason it doesn't have a full screen mode. So we're going to have these black borders around it, and there's not much we can do about that. We're just going to roll with the punches. This game supports several control schemes. We're going to be using mouse and keyboard because there's really no reason not to. It's not like we need to be fast or anything. We recommend that players use the game controller or keyboard controls. What else? You want there's somebody out there using the leapfrog, right? Using their hands like Minority Report to control the game. Little leapfrog thing. Gotta remember the leapfrog. Let's see. Tavis Stock Thompson Twilly something. Hey Nina! I'm heading out. Did you review that case file? It's under Tidefill, right? I couldn't find it on the shelf. Tidefill? It's on the glass table by the sofas, idiot. Make sure you check it out. Aren't you supposed to be a frickin' detective? I'll see you at the courthouse tomorrow. Don't stay too late. We've got a big day tomorrow. What is this anime character on here? Is that the pink-haired girl from Kill la Kill? Chapter 2. Alright. I'll look at it later. Thank you. Chapter 3. Alright, so this is how the chapters are. This is interesting. A tablet PC, though these days I only really use it as an alarm clock. My crummy laptop. Still, there's no time to browse Reddit today. I feel you, sister. A desktop printer, so that means it's useless. Seriously, digital cameras and computers have come so far. Why printers still useless? True. They are absolutely garbage. And for some reason, everybody still wants printed stuff. Here in Mexico, anyway. To go get my visa, you have to print out like 18 forms. Make copies of absolutely everything. All paper. Why? Meryl Tidefill. Actually made me yawn. It actually made me yawn. It got me. You got me, Nina. Buzz. 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 Hello. Nina, where are you? I fell asleep. Miller Defense and Law Offices, November the 5th. Remember, the 5th of November, 9:12 a.m. Why aren't you at the courthouse, you idiot? Oh my god, I have zero confidence in this character. And this entire thing that was here has gone now. Just give me a sec, would you? The case file's gone. This entire thing is gone. With whatever, the toy on it, the car toy. I'm still here. I was listening. I remember I was reviewing the case file. I guess I fell asleep. Never mind that. Get down here right now. I've got my hands full with defendant. I can't mother you as well. Of all the times to fall asleep, I better get to the courthouse. Where's the case file? Nina. Nina, where's the case file, Nina? Nina. She's gonna realize. Not even time to take a shower. Okay. She considered it. District Courthouse, Defendant Lobby C, November the 5th, 9:24. It took her only 12 minutes to get here. She must live, like, very close. Miss Aquila, it is I, a black mage. Your supervisor was here, and she seemed really mad. Nina. You need to watch the Devolver Digital E3 videos, they're so good. She kind of scares me. It's cracking the wall, are you kidding? This is a courthouse, for God's sake. Oh, Nina. Nina, you got me with a yawn, man. You seriously killed me. Let's open this window, get some fresh air in here. Fresco. Anya. I got here as quickly as I could. You were supposed to be here an hour ago. I've had to arrange transportation for the defendant and... Where's the court case? Did you come via the gym or something? I ran here. Straight after you woke me up. In the office. Is everything okay? Everything's fine. Nina's a real pro under pressure. Aren't you, Nina? Of course, everything's gonna be fine. In any case, we'd best get to the courtroom. Meryl, the bailiff will come to collect you shortly. Just hang on for a couple more minutes. Nina, one last thing. Gained item, attorney ID card. Interesting, you've earned this. Well, finally, my own defense attorney ID. You nervous, girl? A little, I guess. I'll be there to help you out. This maybe wasn't the best start to your last supervised trial, but just remember, you're one of the brightest young lawyers I've ever supervised. Really? What? I can say nice things. Just walk in, sit at your bench, stay focused on your client's innocence. Now get going, I'll join you at the bench. Alright, District Courthouse Courtroom B. Like 8 minutes later or something. That was once again incredibly fast. Just like Annie said, all I've got to do is head to my bench. It should be just past the gallery to the left. I love these. I love this. You know how when you watch like... Why is this camera like that? You know how when you watch American movies, I don't think I've ever actually been in a courthouse. When you watch American movies, the tables are like in front of the judge. But then when you play Phoenix Wright, they're opposite each other. Like they're actually doing battle, you know what I mean? Like it's fight, round one. And then they're like yelling at each other and the judge is just like watching it. That seems very funny. I guess that's maybe that's a Japanese thing. But it's very funny. I will save, why not? Continue. There we go. Who's the new guy? The prosecutor? Oh, that's Chad Hawk. They say he's a real prodigy. Oh my god. Chad Hawk. Are you serious right now? But a stickler for procedure. Don't get nervous. All rise for the honorable Judge Tawney. Tawney, is that the name of the town in Parks and Rec? Tawney. Something like that. Please be seated. We are here today in observance of the case of Meryl Tidfill or Tidfill. Prosecutor Hawk, you prepared for the case? Yes, ma'am. Always, Your Honor. As always, Your Honor. Miss Aquila? Seriously, I've known him for less than a minute. Miss Aquila. Yes, Your Honor. Just what did I tell you about staying focused? She's an idiot. Now I have your attention. I trust you crafted a reasonable attempt at a defense. I'm ready, if that's what you mean. Very well. Mr. Hawk, please state the prosecution's case. Of course, Your Honor. Emergency services were called to the Greenacre camping ground in the early hours of November the 1st. Wow, this is a fast-moving legal system over there. A fire had broken out in the facility's main building, which spread to some of the smaller buildings. Meryl Tidfill was arrested, leaving the scene. The prosecution asserts that she started the fire to facilitate insurance fraud, and we intend to establish a motive for this through witness testimony. He seems pretty confident. He talks a good fight. Let's find out if he's got the chops. Order! Order! Thank you, Mr. Hawk. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Defendant, can you please confirm your name and occupation? Oh my god. Nina, you killed me. Why is she wearing that costume? Damned if I know. Certain someone had gotten here earlier. They might have been able to fix that. Subtle. Meryl Tidfill, speak up. She's a black mage. She tried to cast fire. She accidentally cast fire. She set the building on fire. She tried to escape. I'm calling it. I know the ending. It was an accident. She was scared and she ran away. So you do have a voice. Well, at least she got her name right. I perform secretarial work at the camping ground and assist with event planning, which is why you were there on the evening in question. Ordinarily, yes, but that night I was actually there for a party. Also, I was on a date. What's that? I was on a date! I see. My report says you were arrested after the building caught fire. Hours after the party ended. Why were you still on the site at that time? The date went well. I had to close up the site. When I spotted the fire, I ran to get help. And that's when you were arrested? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Meryl Tidfill. You stand accused of arson. How do you plead? Not not guilty. Miss Tideful Tidfil, the court recognizes your plea. Bring them in. Bring in the witnesses. Here we go. Let's go. I know you've done this before, but at the last supervised trial, I'll fill you in one last time. Now this all works. That'd be great. Hawkins about to bring in a witness, give a statement, listen to it, try to focus on the little details. You're looking for an inconsistency, a flaw of some kind which shows the witness are lying or just mistaken. I can't believe you've put so many yawns into me. You just knocked me out. You made me yawn once as a joke, and now I can't stop. I'm not even tired. It's 8:30. Don't worry about memorizing the statement. No, you'll be able to recap it afterwards. Look for inconsistencies. Got it. Witness, please confirm your name and occupation. Jackie Madsen, Your Honor. I work as a graphic designer for Rookery. Rookery, the corporation? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please tell us how you came to be involved in this incident. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can spot anything. I saw Meryl leaving the campgrounds after the party while the building was on fire. Okay. If I'm honest, Meryl's always been a bit of an oddball. As far as I could see, no one else was there. She must have started the fire. Why else would she be running around there and I dressed as a fire mage? Very well, Miss Aquila. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay, then let's get the show on the road. Cross-examination. Jumping to around you how it works. You know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I saw Meryl leaving the campgrounds after the party while the building was on fire. Let's get some more information. Are you sure it was her? It was dark after all. Really, Aquila? There was a building on fire nearby. There was more than enough light. I suppose he has a point. Yes, I'm quite certain. Also, this is what we're looking for. If I'm honest, Meryl's always been a bit of an oddball. Continue. As far as I could see, no one else was there. She must have started the fire.
Hold it.
That's pure conjecture. True, it's her opinion. Court recognizes that this is purely the witness's opinion, but there's one more thing. Why else would she be running late at night dressed as a fire mage? I thought she was arrested in the morning on November 1st. Well, it was early hours, around 3 a.m. Is this important, Miss Aquila? Yeah, it's important. I saw Officer Flatfoot arrest her at around 3 a.m. Okay. Something isn't right about this. I think we're overlooking something. Make sure you press every segment of her testimony. Why even give me the option? This is exactly like Phoenix Wright, and I dislike Phoenix Wright games for exactly this reason. It does not let you try to figure out a puzzle. I don't believe those games do that. They're just a visual novel. You just click press on everything. There's no like losing in those games, right? You just click everything and read it. It's just a visual novel. That's my argument. Phoenix Wright games are visual novels, and maybe they're very entertaining visual novels, but they are not games. They are not games. I had no... The only trouble I had with Phoenix Wright games, and probably I'm going to have the same one with this game, is when I find an inconsistency and I want to point it out, the game does not allow you to do it, or if you do it, it's not in the correct order. You've got to point out something else first. I hated that. I really disliked that in Phoenix Wright games. And to the point where I didn't even finish the first one that I played. I was just like, nah, this is annoying as hell. That's just my opinion on them. I think they're more visual novels, which is fine because they are very entertaining in that respect. I saw Meryl leaving the campgrounds after the party while the building was on fire. We already pressed her. She's always been a bit of an oddball. Press. An oddball? Yeah, she's a bit weird. Bit of a stretch, though, to say she'd burn down a building. She just means she's a bit of a non-conformist, Aquila. Like I said, a bit weird. No one else was there. Hold it. How can you be certain? Campgrounds only have one exit, and I was there. Anyone else would have passed me. She must have started the fire. Just do it automatically. That's pure conjecture. It's her opinion. And, yeah.
Hold it.
Early hours, 3 a.m. Yes. And, press. You don't like Meryl very much, do you? The witnesses' likes and dislikes are not on trial here. Sustained, Miss Aquila, please try to stay on topic. Your Honor, please humour me for a moment. Jackie, you've made it very clear that you find Meryl's costume to be strange. It is strange, really? I don't think it's strange at all. Miss Aquila, I want you not to waste the court's time. Is this important? Yes, I guess. It's of vital importance, Your Honor. Defense asserts that Mariel's unusual outfit might seem strange at first glance, except on one night of the year where it would be considered normal. Halloween! Objection. The witness was arrested on November 1st. Yeah, but at 3 a.m., you idiot. She was arrested at 3 a.m. after attending a Halloween party. But that's nothing. That's nothing, though. Order. Your Honor, I said that Mariel's attire was wholly appropriate on the night she was arrested. Who cares? It doesn't matter if it wasn't Halloween. She can dress how she goddamn likes. Yes, I believe your logic is sound, Miss Aquila. And as the witness's testimony seems to fixate on Mariel's costume, the defense moves that his testimony be considered unreliable. She did start the fire. She's a freak, a pyromaniac. She seems to really hate Mariel for some reason. I'd best make a note of that. I think the court knew that as well. The court should probably just be like, just because you saw her running away from a building that was on fire, you know, which is any human's natural response to a building they are in being on fire. You can't just be like, oh yeah, they did it because they wanted to not get burned to death in a building. This is the same as Phoenix, right? I do this all the time where I'm just like, there are so many more reasons that just make no sense, but you have to pinpoint the weird reason. And the weird reason here is, okay, she's dressed as a black mage, and so she set the building on fire, right? Because she's dressed as a black mage. Well, I mean, that's just nonsense, right? That just makes no sense at all. Maybe someone who likes Phoenix Light would really like this game. The prosecution moves to call its next witness. Very well, bring in your second witness. Wasn't there like a Phoenix Wright / Professor Layton or something? Or was that just in my head? Because I like Professor Layton games because they actually have puzzles that I'm allowed to solve and feel smart about. And Phoenix Wright does not, I would argue. It is entirely narrative focused. Hello again, Randy. How's your wife and little Ryan? They're both fine, Your Honor. Though Ryan is teething. Well, they know each other. Oh, poor thing. In truth, I hadn't had much sleep for a few weeks. Well, that's good to know. Your Honor, if I may. Oh, yes, of course. Well, obviously this is not fair. The judge cannot be allowed to judge the case of somebody that she knows. That's straight illegal. How did you become involved in this, detective? Well, it was something of a coincidence. Oh, he's a detective. I actually live very near Greenacre Camping Ground, so I saw the light from the fire from a distance. I ran to see what was going on, and in the process, I bumped into Jackie Marsden and the defendant mid-confrontation. When I walked up, Jackie was accusing Mariel of setting fire to something. Sure enough, Mariel was carrying some fire lighting equipment. That fire lighting equipment sounds important. I should make a note of that. I arrested her on the spot. And how, may I ask, was the victim's demeanor when you did that? Whoa, hang on there. Your Honor, I find it in poor taste to microanalyze the client's conduct while she was being arrested. Also fair. I agree, Your Honor. You do? He does. Your Honor, the prosecution has not charged the witness with resisting arrest. It would be inappropriate of us to consider her actions during the arrest as evidence. Quite right, quite right. I mean, unless she was getting arrested and cackling to herself maniacally saying, they're all going to burn, they're all going to burn. Which we have now dismissed as not evidence, I guess. Carry on, Detective Flatfoot. Yes, Your Honor. For convenience, I was placed in charge of the police investigation into the fire. What did you find? Firstly, I can confirm that Merrill Tidfill is indeed an employee of Greenacre Camping Grounds. She has worked for them a number of years and is considered an exceptional employee. We also looked at the webpage of the campsite, and Merrill is visible in 2 photographs on the site. This one from last year, where this girl that we just interviewed or something is in love with a red-haired guy, and then she's at the fire. And then the one where she's talking to the red-haired guy. So now this lady, the first one, Jackie or whatever, is jealous. And this one from the party on the evening in question. Okay. Also, we found something else. I can already guess what he's going to say. Greenacre Campgrounds was circling bankruptcy. Being clear, this is speculation, but an intentional fire to defraud an insurer would be one way out of that situation. Of course, we have no conclusive proof of that at present. Don't forget the last part, Detective. A detailed forensic analysis would take a few weeks, but we can already be sure the fire was deliberate, so not a gas leak, electrical fault, or lightning strike. Thank you, Detective. Very succinct. I prepared to make a formal statement. Ready and willing, Your Honor. This is a bad detective, though, because he still doesn't know. He has no evidence that she did it. She just has one eyewitness. accusing somebody who obviously did it herself. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's an idiot. This character here should be stripped of his detective license. Like, right? Like, surely. I came over to the site after seeing the signs of fire. When I arrived, Jackie and Meryl were arguing. Main building and some of the smaller buildings were already ablaze. Meryl was carrying some campground equipment because she's on a campground, including firelighting equipment, including, because, yeah, she lights fires as part of her job, I guess. I can't think of another reason why she'd have it other than to start a fire, which obviously was the point because they're on campground. I can't believe I'm explaining this to you, you moron. Very well, Miss Aquila, you may begin your cross-examination. There must be another reason she'd have that equipment. Well done with the last witness. Pressing them for more information did the trick. This time, though, I think we're going to present some evidence. No, I know what I'm doing. Oh, we've got 4 lives. Yeah, Phoenix Wright has the same thing. But it's a visual novel because even when you lose, you just do it again anyway, right? And I know any game is like that. But what I mean is it's more of a trial and error in Phoenix Wright. I honestly believe it's more of a trial and error. Because you have to present stuff in a particular order to trigger the next scene. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to present stuff out of order. And that's kind of what got to me more than anything else. That's why I didn't really enjoy the games. I don't like games that don't let you do that. I don't like games that don't let you solve a puzzle. You know what I mean? It's just like, nope, you've got to do it in this correct order, even though it's like arbitrary. I came over to the site after seeing the signs of a fire from a distance. Okay.
Hold it.
Press him on everything, I guess. Why not? You just happen to be passing by. It's near my home. There's also a cop bar that I frequent. They do these amazing chicken wings. I'm going to have to ask him later about those chicken wings. I like her, though. When I arrived, Jackie and Meryl were arguing. It was around 3 a.m.
Hold it.
In truth, I'm not sure they stopped talking as I approached. They were talking about the redhead boy. The main building and some of the smaller buildings were already ablaze. How bad was it? Pretty bad. We were upwind, though, so it seemed safe. Okay. I called the fire department right away. They turned up quickly. Meryl was carrying some campground stuff, including firelighting equipment. Stuff, general campsite stuff, tent pegs, a mallet, a bag of collected trash. You know, stuff. I can't think of another reason why she'd have it other than to start a fire. There. She had the equipment because she's an employee of the records. Do you carry a firearm? Yes, I do. A department standard issue 225er. Do you consider that a dangerous object? Your Honor, the witness has the legal right to carry a firearm and is compelled to do so by his profession. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. What? What's your point? In some situations, a person carrying a firearm would be considered dangerous. However, we trust the detective here because he is in a profession where he makes use of firearms. Skip to the end, Miss Aquila. Gladly, Your Honor. Why do they always do that as well? Get to the end, get to the point. Mate, I'm getting to the point. I need to explain context. Shut up, Judge. I'm getting there. My client is a long-serving employee of Camping Ground, a place that traditionally permits campfires. In fact, you can see her tending to a fire in this very photograph. Alright, this game seems to be doing it right, to be honest. This seems better to me. Order in the court. Mr. Hawk, can you offer an explanation for this inconsistency? Nope, Your Honor. Your Honor, as the detective's testimony was based around it being strange for Meryl to be carrying equipment, the defense moves that his testimony can be considered superfluous to his case. I'm obliged to agree. No alternative but to ask you to relinquish the stand, Randy. As a pleasure. Always a pleasure, Judge Tawny. Bye, idiot. Get out of here. Am I imagining things? Or flat foot on the judge? No, you're not imagining things. Apparently he was a bit of a heartbreaker in his day. What's that? Nothing important. Bye. Another witness? I do. The red-haired boy. Travis Bright, lead singer and frontman of Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyra, I assume that's some sort of musical group. You don't get that much, do you, Tawny? I don't listen to crap. Oh, yes. Talk about taking no prisoners. You got directions to the nearest burn ward? Amazing. Now, Mr. Bright, I will have you refer to me as Your Honor. Grumble. Yes, Your Honor. Still can't argue with the results. If I may, Mr. Bright, your friend Meryl was arrested, so in her case, I understand. But why are you still wearing that ridiculous outfit? Oh, this is what I was wearing when out at the scene. I thought it was customary to wear the same clothes to the hearing. That's great. Fine, with that established, can you explain how you came to be involved in the incident? Of course. Meryl, Jackie, and I have known each other since grade school. Halloween party has become a bit of a tradition. This is our 5th time attending. We dress the characters from our favorite video game from when we were kids, Dragon Fantasy V. I always thought Dragon Fantasy IV was the better one. They lost their charm when the series went 3D. I always preferred 8. On 7. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. Okay, I like this guy now. I almost very much disliked him. Clearly 3 is superior. Well, you're an idiot. I mean, 6 and 4 are actually excellent. 5 is whatever. 3 is whatever. 7 is obviously incredible. Early in the evening, I met up with Jackie for a quick smoke before the party. Jackie smokes, not that much. I guess you'd call her social smokers, though she'll kill me for bringing that up. She doesn't like people to know I tend to vape. Of course you do. So you met up with her before the party. This is great. Yep, good for her too, as she didn't have a light. She had to borrow my light. In fact, she hasn't given it back yet. It was a promo item from my band's last tour. Has our logo stamped on the side. Well, that's obviously the evidence we're going to find. Please just proceed to giving your formal statement to the court. Fine, fine. It's the 5th time the 3 of us have attended it. Jackie, Meryl, blah, 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 blah. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. He seems quite cavalier about his relationship with Meryl and Jackie. It's probably where I should start. 5th time the 3 of us have attended.
Hold it.
Sure do. I'm hoping Derek Sarkis can headline the event next year. He likes the event. End of story. Hawk, there's being expedient and there's just being rude. Meryl and I have been just friends since grade school. Same for Jackie and I. Can I look at my evidence? There we go. Without having to present it. An eye patch. She has her eye patch. That's funny. Firelight equipment. Jackie hates Meryl. Meryl picture A. Meryl picture B. Travis's lighter. Why do we have this? That is an amazing logo. I want a Zippo just like that. Meryl and I have been... Yep.
Hold it.
Hold it. We're going to get some evidence first. How did you meet? It was a long story involving some homework pineapple and a huge badge. Not relevant. Let me talk about the badger, hog. So anyway, at midnight, Meryl had to move off to start cleaning up the site. It's part of her job.
Hold it.
You didn't ask if she needed help? Of course I did. I'm not a complete jerk, you know. But she insisted. She said something about how she wasn't allowed to let party attendees into the site's storage units. That makes sense. It's private property after all. I thought I'd go for another smoke with Jackie while we waited for her.
Hold it.
Social smoke, something like that? Yeah. But I couldn't find Jackie anyway, and I lost track of Meryl, too. You lost track of them? The camping grounds are dark. Plus, there are, like, trees and stuff. It's quite a big place. I suppose that's fair. It was midnight after all. In the end, I just left. I got home around 1 a.m.
Hold it.
You just left without seeing your friends? I did look for them for about 20 minutes. Still, the party was over, and we all live in different directions anyway. Alright, something's not right about the way he says first to Jackie and Meryl. Evidence which gives a better idea of their relationship. Yes, the heart above the head. Continue. Present evidence. The heart. This photo tells a different story. Fine. Jackie and I dated last year for a few weeks. It didn't work out. You never told me that. Why didn't you... Defendant, please restrain yourself. Carry on, Mr. Bright. Lately, Meryl and I had started to grow a bit closer. And Jackie was fine with this. I mean, she never had a problem. Until she burned the whole place down. Just how dense is this guy? Anyway, when it got late around 11 p.m., Meryl and I crept off for some alone time. I didn't see Jackie after that. I see. Your Honor, the defense requests this information be added to the testimony. Very well, please add this to your statement. But Jackie seemed fine with it. What about that Jackie hates Meryl? I'm gonna be wherever, but Jackie hates Meryl. Seriously? Yes. Whoa! Be that as it may, Miss Aquila, as further discussion in this area, good use of the court's time. The witness left the scene long before the event, and I'm unsure if he can offer any more insight. I don't like it, but I can't see any other lines of questioning. Maybe he gives more than he realized. I doubt it. I concur, Your Honor. We can move on. Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Hawk? Mr. Hawk? While our short diversion into love lives of these three people was informative, none of that changed the fact of the case. Mr. Bright's testimony ends just after midnight. Still leaves Merrill Tideful near the building with firelight equipment and a proposed motive for the crime. We didn't start the fire. Please listen to me. I would never do such an awful thing. Please control yourself. Bright's statement was no help at all. Trusting your client's innocent. Isn't it innocent until proven guilty? So isn't she just free by default? Like, they haven't proved anything. They are... Why are we defending? They should be attacking. You understand? They should be attacking. They're not just going to arrest her. Hey, you were near a fire. If Merrill's innocent, then Hawk's case is just a theory constructed to fit the facts. You might be must come up with a better theory. Think. I know that. She broke up to clean up for midnight. Bright then went home about 20 minutes later. Then the next 3 hours, someone started a fire. Oh, this is where I got home. But Merrill and Jackie were still at camping grounds. Wait, could it be? Yes, Your Honor. I think we missed something very important, Mr. Hawk. You claim my client is guilty because she was present at the scene. Yes. And had a motive to start the fire? Yes. Wait, what's your point? Why does she have a motive? Oh, for insurance. How you didn't look close enough at your own witnesses? Whoa! God damn. Are you suggesting that someone else could be responsible? I am, yes. I don't believe Merrill started fire. I believe it was Jackie Marsden. Chad Hawk. The witness, if I may, Your Honor, Jackie was present at the scene. Wait, Jackie's whereabouts between midnight and 3 AM are unknown. Wait, and it's obvious that Jackie hates Merrill Tideful and wants to sabotage her date with Travis. What? I won't stand by while you say such mean-spirited things. What sort of person do you think I am, Your Honor? Yes. I want to testify again. Yes, do it. I must protest. You forget yourself, Mr. Hawk. The rules in the scenario are quite clear. The witness may testify if she wishes to do so. Get wrecked. Yes, ma'am. Them's the rules, Chad. She's so cute. Oh, she's the best. Witness statement. How dare you accuse me of wrongdoing? I waited at the entrance to the campground for hours. Well, that was short. Statements made under emotional stress usually are. Very well, Miss Aquila. You may begin your cross-examination. Okay, Nina, time to knock this one out of the park. Press. We've been friends for years. Why are you doing this? Your Honor? Please remain quiet. Okay, just hang on, Merrill. We'll straighten this out. Jackie, there's something wrong. You've been bothering me about all this. Why were you there? What? The party was over at midnight.
Objection.
The witness is not on trial. There could be many reasons why she would wait around for 3 hours. That just means Merrill had plenty of time to set the building on fire. She's clearly guilty. She was rooting in the main building for ages before I caught her. Drill down far enough, you always hit pay dirt, and I think you just drilled into the real Jackie Marsden. Are you suggesting you saw my client inside the building before the fire? You didn't. You wouldn't. So what if I did? You said you waited by the exit for ages. Why didn't you check if your friend was okay once the fire started? You did it. Just because you were jealous you started the fire while I was inside? Pfft. Don't be ridiculous. After all, you're the one with the fire lighting equipment. How would I have started a fire? Unless... Yes, she did. Travis's lighter. You did have a source of ignition with you? No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You got it from Travis Bright earlier that evening. And you instructed him not to tell anyone about it. No! Judging from your reaction, I'm willing to bet that you still have it right now in this very room. Oh, my glob. You can't possibly. I mean, sorry. Wrong, Miss Aquila. We'll see about that. Detective Flatfoot. Yes, Your Honor. I will submit the paperwork later. Perform a stop and search on this woman immediately. Oh, my God. I don't think that's very legal. That's definitely not legal. This whole thing's not legal. You are innocent until proven guilty. They have got no evidence that she did anything. Form a stop and search. Where are the jury, by the way? Isn't there a judge and a jury? Or is it just a jury? Form a stop and search. Is it just a judge? And stop and search on the woman. Yes, do it. Hey, stop. I will hold you in contempt of court. Well, just a few items, Your Honor. Set of keys, smartphone, and one light which appears to bear some sort of design. Well, don't keep us in suspense. What's the design? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any glasses with me. Oh, Chad Hawk. I guess he's the white-haired guy from Phoenix, right? The guy that we actually love, but he's the bad guy because he's trying to get people off, you know what I mean? He's trying to win cases and we're trying to win cases. But it just happens to be in Phoenix, right, that you're always, I guess, anyway, you're always trying to get the correct person, and this guy's just defending or attacking against anybody that he's kind of paid for, which is, you know, what lawyers do, I guess. It's like a design dinosaur and a guitar. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Miss Marsden, is she okay? Oh, wow, she actually fainted. Don't do crime. Crime never pays. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to enter a statement into the record in light of recent events. Go ahead. Prosecutor's office has taken Jackie Marsden into custody. We plan to charge her with arson, with intent to murder. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. We'll have to wait for that trial to truly close this matter. However, Miss Aquila's defense has made one thing quite clear. The prosecution's case against Mr. Terrell Tidefield does not stand up to scrutiny. Therefore, she's free to go. On the sole charge of arson, I pronounce the defendant not guilty.
Not guilty.
Oh, we got the audio for that one. Good work, everybody. Good work. Oof. 11:14 a.m. Only took us 2 hours from waking up to get a win. Oh, was it 3 hours? 8, was it? Was it 8 or 9? I think it was 9. How do you feel? Like a god. I feel like I'm about to throw up. Good, what? That's just the adrenaline. You'll be fine in an hour. How can you be so upbeat? Because we won. We came within an inch of losing. Merrill Tidefield could have gone to jail over a false accusation. You want to know a secret, Nina? Something they don't tell you in law school, baby. It's always like this. More often than not, a case will go right down to the wire. But you just have to keep pushing. Keep up the pressure and have faith in your client's innocence, even when no one else does. That's what you did today. Yeah, blind faith is always correct. Blind faith, and you just go with it until the very end. And that's why I think you're going to be a great defense attorney. Thanks, Anya. You're really amazing. Wouldn't it be good if there was a game like this, but you did some digging before you went to court also, and maybe you don't want to defend that person because you actually believe they are not guilty. Because you believe they are guilty, sorry. So you don't take the case on or whatever. Or you're not presented with all the evidence, so you go to court and the other guy starts attacking you, and then you have the opportunity to make the decision to do what that guy Chad Hawk did and basically turn it around and be like, you know what? I agree. I believe that this person did it also, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking back my case. I don't have a defense. And that's like, you don't have to do it, but if you do it, then you know, you're doing it correct. And so instead of just winning a case, because winning a case doesn't mean you're doing the right thing. It just means you're winning the outcome of the thing, even, you know, the outcome of the entire discussion, debate, whatever it is in the courtroom, right? That's what you're doing. Even though the people might be guilty still. You're really amazing. Yeah, I know. Now put on your best smile. I think I hear Merrill just outside. And we even got this like secondary character exactly like Phoenix Wright as well. Thank you so much. Tell you the truth, I got worried a few times during the trial, but you were incredible. You never lost your cool even for a second, like a swan. Believe me. What? It's my job, Miss Tidfill. I'm a defense attorney. Oh, don't be so modest, Miss Aquila. Ms. Aquila. You were a bona fide legal. She said it. She really is, gotta admit. Kinda like the sound of that. Babe, you're here. Oh, Travis. We should probably give them a moment. Not in your life. I want to see how this goes. Mara, babe, I'm so happy you're okay. Let's go out celebrate. I mean, my band has a gig later, but we can fit it around. Slap. Why didn't you tell me you and Jackie did last year? I mean, if she had a problem, I thought she would just out and say. You should have at least mentioned it to her. Babe, stop calling me that. Travis, I'm going for a celebratory drink with Nina and Anya. We are. Looks like it at 11:24 in the morning. Then what am I supposed to do? You can start by apologizing to Jackie. And then And then she's going to prison. For 20 years. No, Travis, you didn't. Not really. Jackie did. When she chose to set fire to that building. You don't see that, right? This little love triangle caused somebody to wreck their entire life and go to prison for pretty much, you know, their young adulthood. They're probably their teenage years and lose their kind of budding, you know, adulthood. She'll probably get back out when she's like 35 years old from being like 18. Still, you seem like a decent guy. Go talk to her. You'll feel better afterwards, I'm sure. It's not like and then if she does get out when she's 35 and you've kind of forgotten all about it, she's going to come and stab you in the neck. She's going to hunt you down. I'm sorry you two had to see that. It's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's go get drunk. Drinks, Monday morning, 11:34 or whatever. It's not even lunchtime. Hey, it's quitting time somewhere, right? Let's get some mimosas. Go and sign yourself out, Meryl. We'll meet you up front. Hells yeah. You did well today, Nina, even after the rocky start, so lighten up. Good attorney learns from her defeats. A great attorney also makes time to celebrate the victories. Each gets a fresh start. And that's the end of the demo. Sometimes, maybe just a couple of times in your career is a chance to put right something that's gone wrong. Remember that, okay? I'll see you outside. The rest of the day, it's a bit of a blur. However, I did my best to burn Anya's advice into my memory. Is Anya gonna die just like the character in Phoenix Wright? I'm pretty sure she dies in like the first hour. Lady Demestress, or whatever she's called. What's she called? The Resident Evil lady? The giant one? Or is it Chad Hawk? Jackie Marsden from the Clink. That's going to cost you extra, but yeah, I can take care of her. What's your timetable? Yep, within 2 weeks, no problem. She won't have time to blab. Another one. Who? The defense attorney? No, never mind why. That's my business. And plus, papers say she's a bit of a rising star. Too rich for my blood, too high profile. Anya Miller, her supervisor? Yeah, it could be arranged. I'm thinking poison. She actually is going to die. Unbelievable. What's that? You want her alive? Oh, it'll be difficult, sure, but I like a challenge. Alright, so there's just an evil hitman. I guess that means to be continued. Or something. I'm gonna ask Kim, because to me it just looks like... I mean, it looks kind of like squiggles. Next time on Nina Aquila Legal. Only 40 minutes for this demo, to be honest. I thought it was going to be really long. I didn't do it. You need to stop running on you. I didn't shoot her. I didn't. I believe you. But half the department's combing the docks for you. You have to let me take you in. Drop the gun, Anya. Why does she have a gun? Anya Miller, I'm placing you under arrest. And now we're going to have to defend her. I am not wearing this. Come on, Nina. It's in your contract, remember? The direct-to-viewer segment at the end of each episode case. I don't care. I'm not wearing a leotard, but it's like from Gunbuster? You like Gunbuster? I do. I like Gunbuster. I have my mobile phone here. Gunbuster. Japanese animated series. 1988. Oh, wow, a real classic. Okay, so she's gonna look like one of these superheroes, Gunbuster. I'm just gonna... I don't know if you can see that. That's Gunbuster. Maybe it's a little out of focus, but you get the idea. You can look it up for yourself. Gunbuster. Interesting. Great. Don't forget the ears and the tail. The what now? The ears I get, but what are the wings about? Aquila channel. Hello. Oh, no. We're entering fetish territory. Nail teas and mugs now available. T Public use nail. Welcome to Aquila channel. Special viewer facing segment where we talk to you, the viewer player. I feel ridiculous. I'm a lawyer, not a croupier. Hush, Nina. In this segment, I'm worried. You know what? I'm on video. I can always cut out anything if it's inappropriate. We'll talk about legal ideas and pop culture references from each episode. Ooh, I get to talk about legal stuff. Okay, hold up, Nina. This episode, we have a much more important thing to talk about. Final Fantasy. This was the playable demo of Season 1 and only introduction to the game. If you're here, that means you've just played it. Thanks a bunch. Nina's adventures have just started. This was just the first step. She's got dog ears, or like rabbit ears, I guess. Floppy rabbit ears. Some rabbit ears stick up, some are floppy. Though we don't exactly have the best sets, and our props are all hand-me-downs. And I think there's a stain on this bunny girl outfit. I wonder what that stain could be. Okay, enough about that. It's her, it's this lady's, this lady, whatever she's called, Anya's outfit. So she got the stain on it. Well, this demo was only around an hour long. Oh, we did that pretty fast. The full game tells the story over 10 hours, spreading across 3 chapters. Chapter 2 sees Nina investigate a murder themed around a fictional anime-themed card game. Oh, mate, I'm in. Chapter 3 takes place in the high-octane world of illegal mountain road racing. These chapters are packed with features far beyond the scope of this short demo, including exploring crime scenes, speaking to witnesses, mini-games, a city overworld. Sounds sick. And me. Who's he? We'll talk later. So if you like this first taste of Nina Aquila, Legal, we like to call our fans nailers. Nina Aquila, Legalers. Yep. Anyway, if you like what you've seen, check out the full version on Steam today. I'll look at it later, but thank you very much. If you plan to play the full version, make a note of this code. I will screenshot it. Eagle, Falcon, Condor. In the full version, you can use it as a passphrase entry to skip the first chapter. Ah, very cool. Anya, hey, we still get paid, right? Because if I have to wear these ears again, shh, wait till I clear. What kind of actor are you? That was very weird. And they didn't talk about any references at all. But you know what? I actually did enjoy myself. I really enjoyed myself. I like the characters. It was very simple to do. No like tricky UI or anything. Like I say, Phoenix Wright has the stuff before cases as well. This demo just told us that actually this game has that also. The problem is, like I said, most of the time it's more of a visual novel than anything else. You know what actually ended up being like that as well? Danganronpa. So 999, the VLR, that series was incredible. I still haven't played Zero Time Dilemma. I love 999 and VLR, some of my favorite games ever. God damn, those games are good. But I played Danganronpa. I only actually ended up playing the first. Maybe I did play the second Danganronpa. I played maybe 1 and 2. But what I felt like, it was kind of the same. There were some more like mini games in there. And the visual novel side of it was interesting and crazy, which, was kind of a good hook for me. But when you get down to the actual legal battle, it was like silly minigames about shooting letters and stuff like that. And this same kind of idea where you just like say, hey, that's incorrect. But it was still fun, and like I said, the supernatural hook I liked a lot. The reason I didn't like Phoenix Wright as much is because basically I think I just played it expecting something different. That's it. I really like the characters. Every case is kind of unique, interesting, and really it's a really funny and well written game as well. I just think I played it under the guise of thinking it was more like Professor Layton, or like something where I'd have to solve puzzles and feel like a detective. But actually it was more just like very obvious things, just like, yeah, well, that doesn't make sense with this. Here's the evidence for that. But then if you presented the evidence out of order, in this game, there was really only one thing you could do. That's the evidence. I need to present this piece, right? I'm cross-referencing this one statement, and this is the one piece of evidence that makes sense. Whereas in Phoenix Wright, sometimes I felt like there were a couple of things that I could present, to kind of combat a statement, and the game was just like, you didn't do it in the correct order, so you lose like hearts or whatever. I didn't really like that. But that's when it starts to get more complex, and you have to think about it a little bit more maybe, but maybe I should give it another go. I think I would really like it. The characters and stuff. I mean, it's beloved. It's beloved. I'll get crucified online for saying I don't like it. So maybe I should give it another try. Anyway, that was Nina Aquila Legal, which is obviously a play on Phoenix Wright using RPG Maker. So it seems like the developers are fans of Phoenix Wright, wanted to make their own version. What's the easiest way to do that without having to, build an entire game engine and everything, why don't you use RPG Maker? And I think that was very, very, very clever of them, because now they can focus on a more interesting story and all sorts of extras instead of having to build an engine and things like that. All good. I really enjoyed myself. If you like the look of it, go check it out for yourself, or you can just buy the game, and you can even use the code we just saw there to skip past chapter 1 if you don't want to play, you know, the chapter that we've just done. And skip right into section 2. And then I think there's 3 parts just of season 1, and then there's going to be DLC for other seasons. So very, 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 very cool. Happy with that one. Nina, Aquila, Legal. Thanks for watching. Bye.